And I think the way
This is a Chuki beat
I live
production.
can be somewhat of a mystery in a sense where I don't make sense to people. And a lot of times when I interact with people, I feel that kind of way where I don't make sense. People want to probe and ask me all kinds of questions, questioning who I am and what I know. When the reality is, they ignore the truth of their existence so much when they come into the presence of someone who is themselves and the truth of who they are naturally, and they live in their essence. It doesn't make sense to them, so they have to make it make sense because they learn in school, if it doesn't make sense, then it's bullshit. For some reason, like the bat totem, that's been coming to me a lot. And so when I think of it, I think of the movie in a sense where it's like, Batman goes to retreat to a cave, to his cave, Bat Cave. And it's like hidden in the mysteries of the night, naturally always drawing attention to me. So a lot of my years, I would hide myself. I would keep the attention off of me. I don't need that attention because I'm working on myself. It's something that I need to work on. It's something I need to tap into. Even when I didn't consciously know what that was, it was a natural innate. It was innate in my nature to just tap in to something more than myself. You know, so many different ways you can express how you get into those moments, whether it was the trauma, the pain, the rites of passage, however you want to explain it with words. It's just being the energy of it, beyond the words. People get caught up in words. If you're not using a certain language, then what you're saying it's not truth. Because you're not speaking in a certain way. You're not speaking like the Christians would speak. You're not speaking like the Muslims would speak. You're not speaking like the Jewish people would speak. You're not speaking like the Buddha speaks. If it's not coming from certain beings or people or authors, then you just talking shit. Nah, this is me. I've always been different. I've always stood alone. I never had to be in a group to be popular. I never had to be around people or be associated with certain people to get attention. It's me. So what you saying, I ain't trying to hear because you're not down with what I'm down with. Man, that's just words. Most of them people that's like that, not the religion anyway. We just created a quick vortex. Yeah, I mean, we was just nobody in the alley when we walked down, now everybody in the alley. I mean, art is the center of the real world, exactly. You see that? That's the magic right there. Just be true to your art. When you're true to your art, you're true to your heart. Don't eat as much. One meal is enough. Especially if you want to hear the source, God. You have to hollow yourself. You have to fast. You have to detox. Stop overworking your organs. And I'm not perfect. I've been eating crazy. I get wild though. And at the same time, it's always got to be some form of challenge while you living here, right? Something that keep your ass going. Plus they promoting everything, right? Let's get fucked up. We got beer, we got wine. Escape. But then you got plants right next to it. So what's your choice? You want to be natural or you want to be unnatural? You want to be yourself or you want to be outside of yourself? Drink something, smoke something, pop something. Last June, I made a decision in my life to fully stand in who I am, to fully stand in my truth. Roommate, you know, I was living out Hatboro, but I was still compromising myself. you know, it wasn't my space. I was in somebody else's space. So I was compromising my truth, my integrity, and everything I am spiritually and just physically, mentally, soulfully, everything. So I was like, all right, if divinity is real, if the almighty divine creator, if God is real, if who I'm saying I am is real, if I'm really this person on a divine mission, if this is divine order and, you know, cosmic, everything that I see to be who I am and my knowing, if that's real and that's the truth, and it's real as far as really existing and all these kind of things, if that's real, I should be able to go live directly on the streets and come out of it. So I made the move and I lived on the streets, directly on the streets for 20 days. And one of the places I would sleep was right here on the tennis court. Like I would come, because it's like a knit here where it's kind of like you can't really see in there at night. And it's off the street, and I would come lay right here. Around that time, it was like a break in the gate. So it made it a little easier for me to get in here, but I would go right through there and come right here and sleep right there. So this is where I would be at. And you know, before that, when I was really playing basketball, you know, this is like, this basketball court is even on the video game. It's a famous basketball court. They used to have, you know, some great runs here. My biggest takeaway is like, it's for nobody. Nobody should be living on the streets. It's just the worst condition because you in fear of somebody might touch you. You never know. You sleep, so you never know. Somebody might do something to you. You looking over your shoulders. I didn't really sleep. I'm sitting up paying attention, making sure, and I'm off the street. I'm still paying attention to people and just, you know, making sure I'm good. You get dirty, you start to lose track of time, and you're trying to find somewhere to rest. Like you're restless. You kick into a different gear of survival. If what I have a relationship with is real, I'm gonna come out of this. If it's not real, then I'm gonna still be there. I'm a scientist. And who better than to test myself? This is a test, shelter. I gotta really be in this environment to really understand the emotional aspect of who we are as a people, the psychological aspect of who we are as a people, hands-on. I don't wanna read no book to learn about psychology, motherfucker. Put me right there with the people. Let me feel that shit. Let me be in the energy.